So it literally took me 2 years to actually become a profitable trader. Not profitable, but to make my first withdrawal in forex trading. So I'm gonna be telling you guys why did it basically took me so long to actually start making money in forex trading. So in this video, I'm not gonna call it a motivational video, but I'm just gonna try and to be honest as possible and to tell you the truth, because most of you guys actually fund your account just in a month, and then in a month you've given up in forex, and then you are back to work or back to the hustle, whatever you were doing. So I'm gonna tell you what really happened, and I'm gonna tell you how did I met Sandile Shezi, how did I met Ref Wayne, how did I met one of the biggest group in South Africa. So I'm gonna tell you basically the whole history, how I was introduced to forex trading as a whole. So it, when I first heard of forex trading, it was in 2010. I remember very well. It was in 2010 when I was doing metric, my metric. I was doing my metric, and my grandmother used to be a huge fan of radio. He used to listen to radio like crazy. Like the radio would literally play the entire night from every day, even when we didn't have like money for electricity, but the radio was playing. So one of the most popular radio known as Ukhozi FM here in South Africa, uh, he used to be a huge fan of it. So at one time I was taking a bath. So I was taking a bath, I remember very well. I was taking a bath, and then I heard Jablani Ngcobo. He was being interviewed in the morning breakfast by Linda Spear. Then he told what does he do for a living, and then he told them that he's trading forex, he's working from home, and he's living uh, his dream. And bear in mind, there were literally no TV or anything that could loot me to actually be attracted, or social media. By just with those words, it was enough for him to actually hook me, because that what I wanted to do. Because I just hated waking up in the morning and going to school. I just didn't have a vision of me uh, waking up every morning, going to work for someone else. I just didn't have that. I was just literally a never 9 to 5 person. I was just that one of those lazy people who actually, uh, who never wanted to become an employee and all those stuff. So forex trading was just one thing that really attracted me to forex trading. It was just being able to stay home, watch TV, and make money. That freedom for me was enough. A lot of people join forex these days for all the wrong reason. I don't know, probably it's the good reason. If you are interested in the lifestyle, if you're interested in the money, that is your reason. But my reason was never to actually make a lot of money. I was just happy for the fact that I'm not gonna go to work. I'm gonna sleep as much as I want. So the interview, that's when cash flow was really popping, like was really blowing up at that time. He was blowing up. I remember reading another article of Ilanga. There's a newspaper called Ilanga here in Durban. He had an article, basically the whole article, the center article, where he was talking. I don't know if it was an ad or what, when he was talking about his life, and he had a brand ambassador, which was Ketiwe from Generation. I don't know if you guys still remember Ketiwe from Generation, and Tumsani, and some other actors to actually show that he's legit. And he had a lot of huge huge ambassadors of Cashflow Pro. I think it was Cashflow. No, it was Cashflow. Ne? He had a lot of huge influencers back then. And then he had a seminar in Durban. This was a huge seminar. I think one of the biggest seminar. And then he decided to actually remember I don't know if you guys remember the biggest party that he had, where he literally spent it like a million. a million on that party. So yo man, I was basically hooked. Just bear in mind, I was doing my trick, and then I was going to apply to go to varsity, and then I remember telling my friends when we were going to apply, you know those CO, I don't know if it's called CAO forms when you're applying, and I was doing maths and science, so most of my friends were just writing chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, where you have to write like 5 careers that you love to do. And then I didn't have a career. So I didn't have a choice. I didn't have basically a passion or interest to actually go to varsity because I was already interested in forex trading. So I started inviting, I remember I invited cash flow, I invited I invited Sandile Shezi. I invited George, George Van Rita, Sandile Shezi's partner, and I invited a lot of bunch of traders who were popular back then, Abontlanta, and then I started joining a group which was called Traders Corner, Durban Traders Corner, Durban Traders Corner, yeah. Then I entered that group, and then is when I got to meet up with a lot of traders. That's when I met Ref Wayne. I met Ref Wayne. Um, he was popular in the group. I met another guy called Mtutuzi Zungu. He was also very big on the time, but he was probably a ghost trader. He never really posted his pictures and all those stuff. And then I met the Caps, one of the biggest forest group, Caps, which is Romeo Hatebe and Sizwe Latino, ne? Those were the guys who really and oh, I also met Mtandeni, Mtandeni Ngube, ne? I also met Mtandeni Ngube. Um, so when I entered that group, so basically Forest was still new to all of us on the group, you know. It was still new to all of us. We were still trying to find our feet, still trying to understand what working, what does not work, and all those stuff. That is when I was able to learn a lot of stuff. As much as it wasn't effective, but for the fact that I was surrounded by people who share the same interest that I also have was enough for me to keep me going. So I finished my trick. I went to a college. I did mechanical engineering, and I didn't go to varsity. I went to a college where you know when you do this called N1, N2, those kind of diplomas, and I only did like 3 months, and then I got my certificate, and then I was supposed to continue, and then I just couldn't. Got honestly speaking, I didn't drop out because I wanted to focus. That thing was very hard. Like it was super hard. The maths was crazy, man. Yo, the maths was crazy. Like it was so stressful. I just saw that, man, there's no way I'm gonna survive on this. So I tried. I tried. I was still on the group, like watching Ref Wayne when he was telling us he bought a Mercedes and all those stuff, you know. Ref Wayne was doing crazy things on the group, guys. Like crazy, crazy, crazy. I remember one time where he made like 4 million, like fame. I still have that screenshot where he made 4 million. You know, he was a huge inspiration. He was trading huge funds. Reference started trading huge funds way before perf firms. I don't know where he got the funds, but Refund was funded long time ago. I think it was him and Tutuzi. You know, the those are the guys who literally had like huge funds. But Refund was trading huge funds. Yo, that guy would go with 100 lots. You know, with 100 lot and make a lot of money. Refund was guys. Refund has been rich. Look, Refund is like from day one. Refund has been rich. That's why he's more silenced now. Okay, so those guys really taught me so much about forex. They've helped me and like understand the game and all that, and understand like okay what to do and all those stuff. So I literally wanted to fund my account, but bear in mind I was staying with my grandmother at the time. So staying with my grandmother, it was hard. I didn't have backup plan. I didn't have like someone who can sponsor me and all that, like someone who's gonna buy me a laptop, someone who's gonna do this. I didn't have that privilege. you know I wasn't that fortunate enough to actually have to come from a good family, and all those stuff. So I was learning a lot from these guys, by sharing their charts and all those stuff. And then I remember one time, GFI, when Sandile Shezi was doing GFI, which is Global Forest Institute. I don't know if I'm saying it properly. He inboxed me. They were still starting out. He inboxed me and then he told me that, hey, Ayanda, I see you were starting forex. He was not popular back then. He told me, I see you starting forex. I'm gonna be having a seminar in Durban at Mhlanga. I would love for you to actually pull up, you know. And I was like, yo, okay. That was my first ever seminar to actually go to the seminar. And then I went to the seminar, and then I met Sandile Shezi, who was so small at the time. Not age-wise, but his body was so small. We met up, and then we went to the seminar, and the seminar was, I remember, I don't know if you guys still remember those kind of seminar where Sandile Shezi, he did a seminar, and then George showed us 30 million. 30 million. I remember sewing that account. I don't know if it was a ghost account because I was still new in the forest industry. I don't know if it was a ghost account or it was just like what, that 30 million. We were the first ones who actually saw that 30 million. I was like, yo. 30 million. George showed us 30 million. He was smoking, like getting out, smoking some cigarettes and stuff. And then he showed us 30 million. I remember when I came back home, man, I was literally like, I was a gun boy. I was just wanted to join. But unfortunately for me, I couldn't join GFI. They were quite expensive. They've been expensive. I think they just wanted like 5,000 rand. They were cheaper cause the price just kept rolling up and up and up and up. So they were cheaper, but for me they were expensive because I didn't have money. So it was 5,000 rand to actually join their classes. Um, a lot of people joined their classes, and then few. I think a year later, and then Sandile Shezi blew up, man. Yo, like I don't know, he blew up like crazy. I was like, hey, this guy, he started getting so many followers. I think he started getting recognition from the media, and that he's a black guy, and his Sunday the shows was very very good. He was a he was a very what you call a smooth talker. He was such a good smooth talker, and he had good English, and he had a white guy behind him. So everything just add up for him to actually become successful. Having a white guy and having a good story and being a good talker and literally having to able to speak good English. That what made GFI really big. Just for the fact that he had a white guy, I think that was a very advantage for him. For a lot of black people, it was a reverse psychology because you know if he was just alone, and said he knows forex, it was not gonna be enough to actually to convince a lot of black people to actually join GFI. But for that story that he had, that he has a white guy that's teach taught him forex, and this guy comes from London, Manchester. I don't know if it was Manchester, and he's been trading for years. That story was literally. I think there is one thing that made GFI really blow up, and it's that story psychologically it messed with a lot of people. I think it's the same story that Ref when he has there's a white guy that he met when he was selling SIM card, and that white guy was able to actually torch him to become a forex trader that it is. So that those guys, the way black people are so messed up, they just think, man, probably this white guy used to work for banks, he used to work for institutes and all those stuff. So enough about those stories. I don't know if it's true or false. So you can tell me on the comment if it's a true story or not. So Sandile Shezi blowed up, man. And honestly speaking, throughout every era in the forest industry, I know that there's a lot of things that has happened with Sandile Shezi regarding cases and all those stuff, but there's never there's never been the biggest, like I've spoken about uh, Jablan and Cash Flow, ne? I told you guys about him, his era, and I've told you. Now I'm telling you about Sandile. And remember, I've just spoken about Ref Wayne, and I've been in the industry for quite some time. Like, I know guys, DJ Coach, I know Jason Noah, I know those eras. But guys, there's never been a biggest era in the forest industry than Sandile Shezi. That is one of the hugest. That is one of the hugest, biggest era ever. I don't know in Africa because I don't travel, but in South Africa for sure, man, he really took the world, the continent by storm, man. Everywhere you go, everywhere you go, they were just talking about Sandile Shezi. This guy become forex trader. Sandile Shezi is doing this. Sandile Shezi is open. Uh, guys, like Sandile Shezi open millions and millions of doors for young people who didn't knew about forex trading, so there's never been an era. Even the best broker in Africa, they can do whatever they want. They'll never reach, no one will ever reach that era, guys. That era was huge, you know so him blowing up really inspired inspired a lot of us, and inspired me as well to actually see, okay, you can literally become successful doing this. It was a huge motivation, but at the same time, um, it was a huge disadvantage. I don't know if I should use the word disadvantage because I'm lack of finding a better one using disadvantage, because of there was a huge pressure for a lot of us who wanted to join the industry or who were already in the industry, because whenever we said we are trading, we were literally being compared to Sandile Shezi, We were literally being compared to Sandile Shezi. It was kind of hard because the way Sandile Shezi was living his life, it was just too much. The Ferraris, the Ferraris, guys, like the Ferraris and all those kind of like the cribs and all those stuff. And you were just still there. You're still trying to find your account. You're still home, you're still in the hood, you're still in the township, you're still trying to find your feet. So it was not really the greatest advantage, because of when you tell your friends, okay, I'm trading, and then they start picturing Sandile Shezi because of the way Sandile Shezi's image is. So it was kind of hard. It gave us pressure to actually try to become successful traders. So that pressure is still there for a lot of people, especially in social media. A lot of people put themselves in unnecessary pressure because of the things that they see. A lot of people talk about, or a lot of people show them the cars, obviously the cars, the cribs, the rented house, and all those stuff, and they put themselves in pressure. And then when they start doing trading, they realize it's not it's not that easy, Baba. It's not that easy. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. So that motivation really pushed me to actually start continue, like seeing someone win in what you want to do really motivates you to actually, okay, if I continue working hard, I could reach level as Sandile Shezi, you know. I think the pressure of um, I gave myself unnecessary pressure because remember Sandile Shezi was the first. I don't know if they're still there, but I think he was the first youngest millionaire, youngest, and we are in the same age group, same age brackets basically. He was the first youngest millionaire, and he was like, I don't know, 20, 21, 22, like, around there. And then I was also at that age, so I felt like, if just give me a year, just give me a year, man. I'm also gonna become the youngest millionaire. And then Prince Mazimuwo came. Prince Mazibuo, do you remember Prince Mazibuo? And he also, that guy also really, that guy was like, yo. That guy was super big. I think he was the only person that, Refon was rich, but not rich as Sandile Shezi. He was just rich. Sandile Shezi was super rich. So, Prince Mazi was also those guys. Those guys use. I remember I used to see Prince using the crazy lot size, man. Like the crazy lot size. He used to go like 100 lots and use 100 lots, probably like 5 trades, and make just 1 million in those trades. Yo, man, I was so inspired by also Prince, uh, also giving him his flowers today. So I couldn't join GFI, like I said, because of the funding and all those stuff. I didn't have funds. I didn't have enough money to join GFI. So I literally had to save money. I saved money, and the saving was horrible because I didn't work. So I started my job. I started doing a job. I got a job as a cashier. I don't know if it's cashier or cashier. I got a job as a cashier, and the first thing I did was literally buy myself a laptop. I bought myself a laptop, my first ever laptop, and then I saved money to actually fund my account. To fund my account. So when I funded my account, I realized, yo, trading is not as simple as they say it is on the book, on the PDF and all those stuff. It's not as simple. I wanna show you my first forex book. I saw it today, so please just wait a minute right now. My first forex book. So I'm back. I didn't pause the video because this is a real video. Yo guys, this is my first forex book. And I'm not making up this story. You see this, how old is this book? Trading Made Easy. Trading Made Easy by Velisidem Tiane. Trading Made. I bought this book at Adam Grills in Durban, man. Yo, this book, man. This is one book that really saved me a lot of money when it comes to forex trading. Trading Made Easy, guys. Yo, man. Now I have become so good I could literally teach the author of this book how to actually trade. This Trading Made Easy. Yo, you don't know how many times I've read this book. You don't know how many times I've read this book. This book is, I don't know if you still have it at Adams. You can go check Trading Made Easy by Velim Tiane. This book, man, I've read this book, will save you a lot of money. And you know what I love about reading is that I think when you read stuff, it goes straight to your head. Like it's not like when you, it's another sense to read, it's another sense to watch, it's another sense to listen. when you read, it's a whole different sense. So I've read this book so much. I think I'm gonna read it again. I love this book. This book helped me a lot. And then I bought another book, which he also released, which was Trading Forex Made Easy. It's the same. It's the same, but the theme is different. You see, this book has 10. I think 9 to 10 years. This book. I've have this book, man. I've read this one as well. I've read this one as well. But yeah, man, yeah, man, I'm a pro. I know everything about these kind of things. I've been doing this for. So anyway, let's get back. What else? Where we? So so I saved money for my laptop. I saved money for I saved money um for funding, and then when I started being funded, I started trading live, and then when I was live, I realized, yo, man, this thing is not as easy as I thought it was, So, yo, man, the entire year I was just blowing account, honestly, cause I was still working. I don't know if probably it's because I was working or what, but I literally took a trade. I'll fund my account with $100, and then I take a trade, and then when I get back from work, the account is gone. The account is again, and then I have to like wait to get paid again, wait for to get paid, and then I fund my account, and then I'll blow it. I think one thing that made my journey to actually took longer is was a lot of us when we started this whole industry, and a lot of stuff that is some stuff that is in this book. Um, you see, this is a very good book, but the stuff that, in terms of like the strategy here, there is no there is no price action because this is an old book. There is no price action of this book. So he literally talks about the psychology, the psychology about the forex markets and what happens psychologically, your emotions and all those stuff. But in terms of like practical, like uh, where to trade, where to put your stop loss, it doesn't really cover those other stuff. I think he was also still new um, in the field of forex market, so he also didn't know what to do. Cause I remember this book. It has a lot of story when talking about Bolivar bands. The stress. I just saw this. See, let me show. I don't know if it's gonna show, but trading strategy. Trading strategy. He's talking about market styles. He's talking about exits, but he doesn't uh, specifically talk about price action. So what hold me back, what was a setback for me was basically the strategy. As much as I was good psychologically, but the strategy was horrible. You know, I did a lot of Bolivar bands. I think Bolivar bands. I even bought a video, man. I even bought a video of Bolivar bands because YouTube wasn't popping that time. It wasn't as big as YouTube was as it is right now. I didn't know about YouTube, but there was a point where I bought videos about Bolivar bands and stochastic. I don't even know if I'm still pronouncing it properly. So I bought a video of stochastics and RSI and support and resistance, and Bolivar bands. It cost me around about like 700 rand, which is approximate um, $50 right now. So I bought those stuff and then I learned those stuff, but it was just never effective. It's just never made me money. So I tried those stuff, and then people started getting more information and started understanding the market a bit better, and then I started doing uh, market maker. Market maker method. I don't know if you guys still remember the market maker era. The market maker era. I don't know if I should share with you the market maker era where I don't know what happened, but someone got a video. I don't know if it was a CD or what, but it was a video of the market maker strategy. Yo, it was moving around about 11,000 here in Durban. People were selling the strategy. They were saying it was a holy grail. A holy grail. Like you find the M formation, you find the W formation, and then on the M you sell, on the W you buy. Ne? So people were mind blown by this. I think they were just mind blowing for the fact that you can literally trade without indicators. That what really shocked a lot of people. That oh, you can really trade without indicators. So that was because the strategy started going down. People started losing money because of they didn't understand properly and all those stuff. And I literally got those videos. I don't know when. I don't remember basically. I don't remember when who gave me, who literally gave me those videos. But I tried. It was a 4 hour video. Yo, like when you watch the video, like you literally go to sleep, man. I failed to finish that course. I tried so hard, and that guy who I don't know if you guys got that video. That guy who talk about market makers yaps like he could yap like the whole 20 minutes like just yapping. We're not even analyzing, just the yap session. He's yapping, and then he does his analyzing. While he's yapping and you just going like, ah man, I never finished those it just that is one strategy that I failed to actually learn because of the guy who was teaching it was the king of yapping. He was yapping the whole video, 4 hour, and some said they finished it, you know. But I got to understand the strategy by other people explaining and seeing other people's charts and all those stuff, understanding the market maker. But it was so complicated. Okay, so moving on to that, I started doing a lot of price action when price action was just introduced. Price action, the trend lines, the supports and resistance, the head and shoulder, the all those other chart patterns, the double tops, double bottom, and all the other. So I started doing that. I think that became a bit uh, lighter, a bit like things were getting a bit better, you know? Things were getting a bit better, and then, yeah, I think it was Steve Nielsen who did those kind of video. I did a lot of learning about candlestick patterns, you know, learning about doji, shooting stars, double marrow, engulfing candles, and all those stuff. I learned about those. Yeah, it became a bit better, yeah, but it never really made me be able to make what you call um consistent money or decent living, whatever you want to call it. It never, but it really improved. It was better than just using indicators. This was way better than using indicators. So the game changed for me when I started doing. I think the whole year I was just trying to find myself, just blowing account, changing strategies, and all those stuff. The game changed for me when I started doing supply and demand. I think supply and demand was the game changer. I started doing, making some good trades and making some few Few Cash, Supply and Demand by Sam Sedan. Then I did Supply and Demand. It became a bit better. That's when I started making money. You know, like that's when I made my first withdrawal, when I did Supply and Demand. And then now I've advanced to actually doing supply and demand manipulation, which is Quasimodo. Uh, that's even way better. Yeah, Quasimodo is like way better. So, despite this whole yapping session and all that, I just wanted to tell you guys how hard for us who started forex at the beginning, how hard it was for me. Because you can tell that okay, I really went through what I went through. You guys, you guys just learn forex this month, you fund this month, you blow this month, then you give up. Then you give up. Like some of us has have been have been in the grind, have been grinding for quite some time. Have been sometimes the journey. Uh, what I've learned about the journey, sometimes it's not that you are dumb or what, but sometimes it's just that the timing is not good because my timing was horrible. The internet wasn't popping that much. Like there's not a lot of information that we have right now. Like the assets wasn't. We didn't have a lot of access to good information and all those stuff. So sometimes it's the timing when you started, and sometimes it's God timing to actually see how bad you actually want this. You know, how bad uh, you are willing to sacrifice. How bad are you willing to actually take the pain to actually become a successful forex trader and become very good? As much as I'm talking right now, you know, I'm not where I would love to be. You know, I'm not where I would love to be, but I see a lot of improvement and I see a lot of things have changed in my life by being perseverant and being consistent and working hard and being patient with myself. I've saw a lot of change in my life. As much as I would love to see myself in a better place than I am today, but I am grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful to God for everything that He has done for me, and I'm grateful for everybody that has played a huge role in changing my life. You know, because literally my life has changed. As much as it's not as flashy as people show you on social media, because there's a lot of mislead right now. Uh, to the newbies, people who are still starting out in the forest industry, and a lot of these mislead come from YouTube and a lot of social media, especially podcast. I think podcast people just use this as an opportunity to lie and speak lie. You know, people say that they start forex in 1 month and then they become profitable. You know, I've never literally, guys, in my decade of trading, I've never met someone who became a successful forex trader in less than a year. Like, Nas. No one has. I've never. I'm not saying there is no one who's became successful in forex trading in a space of a year, but I've literally never saw that person with my physical eyes. I've literally never sat down with that person and have a conversation, and he told me that I became successful in less than a year. I've never, guys. I've never. So there's a lot of mislead, and a lot of guys are just pushing their whole agenda. They are pushing their links, they are pushing their IPs, and they are not telling you guys because they are so obsessed with you guys funding their account under their broker so they can start making commission. You know, but this is a very, 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 very hard journey. This is one of the hardest things you could literally do to pursue your dreams to becoming a profitable trader. Just think of it, like, just think of it right now. You are entering an industry, only 10% of the people are making money. 90% are losing. Like basically you are going against all odds by just joining the industry. So there's no way in hell it's gonna be easy. There is no way in hell. It just doesn't make sense. That's thinking of it that you're just gonna join, fund, and become profitable on an industry globally. Not talking about South Africa or Africa as a continent, but we are talking about worldwide. 90% of people do not make money in this industry, and you are entering this industry. So, does it make sense to you that by just entering the industry, already you are just entering an industry that the odds are not in your favor? They're not in your favor. The odds are not with you. So you have to, you have to give yourself time. Give yourself time. Allow yourself to fail. Allow yourself to blow account. Allow yourself to be depressed, be loved, lose friends. Think of quitting, because you're gonna think of quitting. I don't think there's no one who's entered this industry and never thought of quitting. You're gonna think of quitting. You're gonna quit. You're gonna think of going back to your job and do that. But just know that it is possible to become a profitable trader. It's just that you have to be realistic with yourself and give yourself time. So I think the yapping session is over. So if you watched this video until now, make sure you click the like button and you subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed the video. So bye for now.